Hello, my heroes and villains. This is me, the everlasting sausage grand tomato slime extraordinaire, doing something I was supposed to do a while ago. Yeah, this is gonna be a short supplemental video. When we did 3.4, I was tired by the end, so we didn't do the as I've written, which I also had some left over from the previous patch. Basically, in 3.3, I did everything that was there, but some of them were actually things that are unlocked, like, after I finished the 3.2 stream. So then again, things happened where after I finished the 3.3 stream, there were more. I don't know, it was weird. I didn't know why some came up. So there's a bunch. So we're gonna go through them before 3.5 comes out. I was supposed to do this a while ago. So, full disclosure, I am recording this after the drip marketing has come out, so I do know that this is March and this is Don Hung, which I know their voices are in it, but I wouldn't have, I mean, I'd have faked the reaction, but I knew anyway, because I watched Haru's stream where she did it, like the week, less than a week after. So I do know that these two are March and Don Hung, and that we knew this beforehand, which I called Don Hung getting a core flame. I think I said it would be Giorius too, because we didn't know who the successor to that was. I did not at all expect March to get one. And also, shouldn't this be us? Shouldn't this be Orynyx? Well, anyway, we're gonna save those two for last. He who passes through doors. I think these should all be voiced now.
The solemn council is still filled with clamor. Future's destiny still whirls in discussions of candor. To discard the city and save oneself, or to chase the flames that waver. None know the choice that would lead them to a place better.
Oh, no, go back.
In the distant past, the Holy Maiden brought the first prophecy to all city-states.
Hearken to the sounds that the
It is
doors
auto-going.
whisper.
Just don't touch anything. Oh, I have it set to auto, that's why.
God's proper hope she will give to humanity. Though she falls into confusion, she will bring guidance
I love
to
Treeby
this
so much.
world in vigor.
Overthrow the gods, it declared.
Of the previous journey, she will always remain aware.
Let's do the
The
recap.
Queen of Laws lifted the flag to chase the
That's the
flames
redress.
flare. The tripartite prophecy guided all the world's heroes, all who dared. And building a new world was their oath of yesteryear. The earth roared for them. The
Okay, so
tides
that's
surged
Giorius
for them.
and
The
Fagoda.
scales of destiny shivered
Talento.
violently.
So,
And slowly
so the original Giorius Crisis Heir was in this time. Are we just never gonna see them though? Or I wonder if Don Hung's story will like show us them. Because we just see it, like, it's just a Dromus as the picture.
The core flames of the Titans rested here, while the blood of companions congealed over there. The child led one hero after
Treeby's so
another to
tragic.
their end, but no end awaits her.
Well,
No rest to prepare.
he's ended now.
Teacher, do not
Maggie, I
hesitate.
miss you.
The weaver of gold brushes aside the child's tears.
The world still walks on the path you indicate.
the prophecy still stands, even if the actors now different faces wear.
Restore the core flames, it declared.
Put him in the pot.
The solemn council is still filled with clamor. Future's destiny still whirls in discussions of candor. To stop right there and seek peace, or to continue a work still unfinished. None know the choice that would lead them to a place better.
Stop. We only wish to live life as it is, no more.
Cease. Our achievements already stand tall.
Rest up. We only wish to live in peace and prosperity.
Yeah, but that wasn't gonna last.
The discussions
That's
today
basically what the
are the
council was
same
saying.
as those in times past. Retreating now will forever deny us the future. The child has already conquered her confusion and fear. No longer before the mists of fate will she cower.
Hearken to the sounds that the doors whisper.
She travels through myriad passages, burning with determination to once again bring light to humans through her endeavor. The children fly into the streets, wishing to encourage the residents' faith.
Please, be not afraid. We will definitely bring you to a new home.
Lady Treeby, Lady Trianne, please, don't cry.
Do not worry. We trust you always.
I know that that's an important voice, but I don't remember
The
whose it is.
matron wipes away the tears on the children's faces. The praying ones piously bless them in faith. The lost ones take the children's hands, just as the prophecy guides their path.
Bear the divine authority, it declared. Quiet Trinan has little to say. Lively Trianne loves to play. And well-behaved Treeby roams around all day.
The people's encouragement rings sincere. The Chrysos heir's companionship lasts through the years, and Mother's embrace warms up every dream.
Treeby really is, like, the most tragic of them. She's been doing this for the longest. She's given up the most. And she doesn't hesitate for even a moment. I love Treeby so much. I've said it before, I will say it again, I will go feral if, / maybe, hopefully, when they release Treebios. Like, as the full adult self.
Thus the child understands. Thus
I love
the
Treeby so
child
much.
accepts. Though countless farewells on her shoulders weigh,
She's definitely my favorite
though
Chrysos heir.
destiny's blood dries like clay. There will always be passageways filled with warm sun rays that silently open to them in future and past days. And from them, a voice says,
Forge miracles, it declared.
Oh, it's the picture Trianne gave us. That is Treeby complete. Man, I miss the old UI for this. Like, this is... Yeah, no, I miss the old UI for this. Okay, so Aggie's done. Let's do Mighty next.
as always, to perceive the man's fury, one must do so 7,000 paces away. The Kremnos he guards is once again shrouded by mist. Rust, blood, and fire are the ceremonial ode to the demigod. There is no one to witness or to give cheers of glory. The final Kremnos festival goes on without end. The victor shall embrace death and silence, and his glory will only be remembered by the defeated array. For that man, laws and seals no longer have meaning. War and battle never cease for a single minute, each passing day indistinguishable, morning and night entwined. The corpses pile up, filling ravines, forming mountains strong. He carved time with peak's edge and counted the fleeting years by fires of war.
I do really want the timeline of things and how old some of the crisis errors are. Because Mighty, I thought, wasn't actually, like, that old. But he's the one that brought the Crimnoans to I'm totally fucking blanking on Akama. But was he fighting the wars before that? Well, I guess he also technically had to fight a war to, like, beat up his father. But I also don't know if this is talking about him, like, fighting back the Black Tide.
Sometimes the lion would climb to the hilltop to look down on the world and search for
Oh, well, I guess we
friends
know that
and
he
did
do some level of warfare, because, right, we saw his backstory with all his friends
but their
that he
endlessness
lost.
felt ever more remote. Like Nikador, he cannot escape madness's clutches. Guarding the city alone and embroiled in war, the murmurs
so
of
this
the
is
black
Nat.
tide constantly sound in his ears. Yet a flame soars up his chest every moment, casting light upon the indomitable path behind him. Memories seal the echoes of the past as the man strides into battle, fists clenched fast. He is the wound this world must bear, the new king before whom old gods despair. As stated in Idonia's poems,
The wording there is
humans are
interesting, because
born
Kefli is
with
the world
eyes
Titan.
closed to accustom to this world's light, and their sight fades in old age to reacquaint with night's anthems. But the man did not bow to the decay of time, rejecting the lure of death's call.
Even when he was killed.
With each return from the brink of death, his eyes burn with fury, fixed upon his foes, until everything suddenly faded away, like a surging black tide swallowing all into nothingness.
Is that the Flame Reaver killing him,
The
or
world dissipates in the royal
is this,
black tide's requiem.
like when we found him in Styxia?
Even the lion will one day die, a departure with no way back. With a sudden fall, his pierced chest hits the ground, and slowly flowing into the underworld
Okay, I think this
is
is when
his
we found him in
golden
Styxia.
blood, departing his system.
No, okay, this was the Flame Reaver. When he, like, died for real.
But that gaze, fierce as flame, never dimmed, not even in death, looking beyond those flame-seeking figures, reaching far toward the endless horizon. In the morrow sky, the stars will chant, "The lone king of Kremnos is called Mighty." His journey was one of ceaseless, eternal warfare, and behind him, he left a world ablaze with
This comes
glory.
into, I don't think Mighty actually spoken it at all. So, the thing that's, like, hit me, that super struck me about Emphorius is, I think Mighty is my least favorite of the Crisis. Maybe Caspus. But either Mighty or Caspus is, so far, we don't know the new ones yet, but my least favorite of the Crisis Hairs. I would still put them, like all of them, above like 90% of Star Rail's cast before Emphorius. Emphorius has been so deeply, incredibly written. Kafka's still my favorite character. She's still, like, above them. I would put Silverwolf and Sparkle above a bunch of the Crisis heirs, besides Treeby. But, like, Firefly is up there. I think I like Finon, Aglaya, and, Anaxa more than Firefly now, probably. But they're just, like, they're so interesting, they're so well written, they're so cool. Like, what was like an indomitable list for a long time is they've just conquered it. I've said it before. I actually don't know if I've said this on stream. I know I've said it to people before. I'm so glad I don't like how Mighty plays. Because, like, he was so well written, he was so interesting in his patch, I would have been tempted if I liked how he played like I like how Treeby plays. Remember, my original intent, I announced this in, my first stream, I believe, was I was going to roll for Herta, I was going to roll for Aglaya, and then I was going to save until Finon, and then I was going to save until Cyrene. That's gone out the window. I have this one, I have this one, I have this one, I have this one. I tried to get this one. I have this one. I'm gonna have this one. I want this one, but I have to skip because of Cyrene, and I have to get this one. I was always probably gonna be tempted by, like the Trailblazers getting new forms, but I'm probably gonna have to get March because people pointed out in the trailer there's so much veracity symbology within her. Like she's eating Amphorius, a bunch of her zipper things aren't actually zippers, they're like mouths that match the existing symbology of Ouroboros that we actually know of. And if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know that for some reason I've decided that the veracity is my favorite pass besides remembrance, and I need anything involved in it. I've been waiting for signs of it, and apparently it's coming from March, and I'm excited. But yeah, no, I just like, again, like, the least interesting to me, but is still, like, of these characters, but is still, like, one of the most well-written, interesting characters in this game. Amphorius has just been incredible. I guess I'm just going in order. Oh, two for Castus.
The two girls frolicked in the wheat fields, fleet as doe deer, making ripples in the shallow puddles and pools clear. As dusk approaches, the exhausted girls collapse over the wheat heaps, talking about their longings and dreams of literature, love, and a journey through a world dear.
Oh, Sky, slow your closing gaze. How I want to keep this moment in my hands forevermore.
On that day, the breeze was warm and gentle. At that time, death was soft and fair.
Death is never fair.
The broken-winged butterfly falls by the window, bringing with it a scent of melancholy. The girl looks outside. The golden wheat fields rolled endlessly, stretching to the horizon. Holding to the chair, she tries to stand, only to find her legs trembling.
Okay, so this is Pollux.
Don't worry, Polixia.
Her older sister whispers beside her ear, and on her sister's shoulder, the girl weeps mournfully. And time thus becomes silent, painted with sighs only. When hearing the healer's diagnosis, the girl remained deathly still. Her eyes were already drained of tears, and her heart a wilted grave.
Every time she has something on her mind, she would tilt her head and look outside.
Her sister follows her gaze, seeing a barren field turned by wind into a desolate gray expanse. Till one day, when the girl looks outside, she sees a dash of dark blue, most brave.
It's a flower my sister planted.
Like the torrential river of life, it pours into the depths of her heart. The flower is called Antilla. Even in the Netherland, it's rumored to thrive.
You are the quiet in my heart, amidst the chaotic choreography.
That seems to be its floriography. When the days are warm, the sister would take the girl on long journeys through the flower fields, gazing upon rivers, napping amongst the grove. A discussion hardy.
After I die, I want to become an Antilla flower and become the quietness in your soul.
A thoughtless
But what if we don't want you to
from
die?
the girl gains her a wrapping on her forehead most dainty.
Do not speak of dusk when you have yet to see the dawn.
Dew drops from the petals as wind pulls on the leaves, and the two of them sit in quietude. The girl asks for the means to tend to the garden, and while her sister sounds concerned, her heart is relieved. But the concern is well-founded. The girl tripped and fell into a mire. She gazed directly into the eyes of death in that dark pool, bottom unperceived.
I've been the weight upon my sister's wings. Let this be where it all comes to rest.
The girl gives up her struggles, only to see a figure pierce through the water's surface.
I won't allow you to walk through the dusk alone, or enter the night of no reprieve.
Her sister sobs without end, and the girl has to gently hug her and softly relieve. And then, this distant memory turns bleary, difficult to retrieve.
Has to reshoot. I do, like I said, while they may be, like the ones I'm least interested, they're still super well written. I still really like
The river of
Castros.
souls flows to the other side, wrapped in the land's night.
I will probably try to get her one day.
Slow, an eternal and silent sight. It belongs to all in this world that has life, all of which flows downstream, converging as one.
Whatever the next planet is gonna be, is gonna have so much heavy lifting to do. Because they're gonna have to, like, convince me to roll for their characters instead of, getting the flame chasers that I'm missing on rerun. I probably won't go for Mighty, but I do probably want to pick up Castris. I do want to pick up Cypher. I'm gonna want to pick up Saridra and New Don Hung after I after I don't get them, because I can't get New Don Hung as much as I want him. I was never able to get Imbabator Lume either. But it's like, no, I there's too much stuff that I want coming out.
The master of the nether realm, Thanatos, enshrouds himself and the souls within the moon cocoon. The dragon, born from the cocoon, carries
The Dragonborn!
soaring upstream the river of souls, defying its eternal flow. Their connection flows tighter than blood, and the key that opens the Netherworld's gates.
These last ones
the
really are just kind of
sister's
recaps of
plight.
what happened.
Back then, the boreal winds cut through to the bone. Back then, death was a bitter and stabbing fright. In the Netherrealm, without an earth or sky, a flower named Antilla blooms, its beauty witnessed by but one soul.
My butts!
You are the quiet in my heart, amidst the chaotic choreography.
The younger sister scores through the blooming Antilla fields, never finding that promised dark blue sprig. She silently made up her mind.
Death, leave all your dark nights to me, and save the dawns for her.
The younger sister gazes at the moon cocoon high above and plans a trip to the mortal realm, a distant flurry. A bard once sung to musical notes.
It was
Do
Venti.
not turn back.
That's not Venti.
Oh, do not turn back. The long hand of shadow will retain the dead behind their gates.
The giant dragon born from the moon cocoon willingly offered itself as the enduring barge of the River of Souls.
No need to turn back. Oh, no need to turn back. That price had long been paid for you by someone else.
The dragon lowers its long neck and places the girl on its back. In slumber, she will unknowingly greet the dawn of her rebirth. The dragon flaps its wings in the chilly gloom of the floating dead upstream, ferrying from purity into grime, going from silence to roaring boom. The souls of countless poets flounder past, their distant rhymes endless like foams.
Do not turn back, for to look toward the land of mortals
Oh, it's
is in itself.
It's the opposite of
Turning
what we
back.
had to do and the Orpheus mythos. They can't
In
look back
this
towards the land of the
pale
mortals
dawn,
like we
the
can't look back to the
sun's
land of the
first
dead.
rays light the night ablaze. So the dragon crosses the sea of souls onto the shores of life and strands itself in the gleam. We know not where these stories arise. They are scattered across the shallows with the waves. The confession the girl made before her departure still echoes in the tide's heaves.
If there is anything for me to leave behind, may it find a soul to remember. This is the ode of my life, and I've already penned my last stroke.
I will be excited for her to come back. Obviously, I'll be excited for all of them to have their big return. And I assume 3.6 probably. I still don't know though, like, in what way will they return? Like, will they be the same characters or will they be something different? Oh wait, no, Anaxa should be next.
On the days that the grove fell, he accepted his defeat and demise, as if
I
embracing
love
truth
Anaxa.
and heresy.
Believe in Titans, and you'll have a happy death. Deny the Titans, and you'll have a fulfilling death.
Yet, as the lightened soul bids farewell to its heavy shell, a Titan made an untimely call.
Do not be startled,
A
child of
Snaxa, as I
humanity.
keep calling him.
You have a final query in this world.
You finally came.
He does not seem shocked, and lets the core flame take over his shell.
Be more punctual next time, if you will.
Upon his first meeting with the Titan, the blasphemer is already on his best behavior. And towards the suggestion to reforge his body, he paid no mind.
I have so kindly offered you the best body. So why do you insist upon your mortal imperfection?
A funny little guy.
The scholar replies in candor.
Only by retaining the various flaws can my humanity be preserved in rigor.
His form remains in the mortal realm, while his spirit walks the river of souls' shores. Between life and death, he fatigues. Dwelling in the child of humankind's thoughts and senses, the Titan cannot bear to remain a mere spectator.
Why not ask me your questions, child of humanity? I am rich in wisdom, and shall speak with no ambiguity.
As though an unspoken pact, the scholar asked the god about all things, feigning a humble quest for knowledge.
Yeah, let's call it humble.
Do you treat me just
I guess
as
it's
a way
feigning
to
a
answer
humble quest, yeah.
questions? A mere machine.
The Titan got what they asked for.
You should thank me, for good questions are rarer than good
Ooh,
answers.
I can't even fully disagree with that, but man.
Compared to the joy of a new life, the scholarly breakthrough carried home alongside death filled the scholar's heart with more fervor. He returned to the Scourged Grove many times, and the black tide followed. Despite his defeats, he never sought help or permission. But at every desperate moment, the Titan would eventually take over one half of his body. The union of man and God. A flawed,
I still think Anaxa
clumsy
and
choreography.
Calypso, their interactions were some of the
But
most
once,
interesting parts
a
of
perfect
Emporius.
harmony. One man, one God, speaking in one breath.
Stop stepping forward at the same time as me.
They're the same. They would never admit it, but they're the
Once
same.
revealed the secrets of mixing life. A boon, seemingly a blessing, but full of malice.
It's still just like the way
What a
Anaxa
tempting
played
bait.
everyone
But that's not my desired chalice.
Divine
in
power
his
is
chapter.
within
I
his
still
reach.
think is one of the best parts
But
of
the
Emporius.
scholar is not moved by that essence. This long and abnormal temptation is also a trial of elevation, where the sage can achieve all things, but shortcuts alone he abhors with silence.
A Snaxagoras.
Teacher, in this tumultuous world, have you thought about your will?
No, fuck you, I'm never gonna die. I know
Was
it's not what you
just
say,
a joke,
but
the scholar, still at the grove, answered with extreme caution. He has much to say about his
oh
posthumous
no, okay, wait,
affairs,
it is about him dying.
exhausting all, fearing the smallest omission.
I thought I was talking about like his will,
Teacher,
as in like what he wanted to do.
could it be that you fear death?
The assistant asks
One
in
thing
concern.
Anaxa feared death as much as
Was
it
a
was like
question
his
needed.
work was gonna go
He
unfinished,
gave no direct reply.
and he couldn't
Philosophy
bear not getting
is
his
the
answers.
inquiry into death, and I have always considered myself a philosopher.
The assistant recounts all of the scholar's final wishes, each mighty as a mountain, asking what seemed impossible.
The tombstone must be made of my treasured rare stones, carved with Dromus patterns.
Dromus draped in finery.
But that stone is a miracle of alchemy, tough beyond measure.
Ha.
No chisel could have shaking.
So you wouldn't be able to, like, actually carve into it.
Also his plan.
The assistant softly reveals the hidden plot.
He hopes that instead of
I
shedding tears
don't know
over
about
his
that.
death, we will find it in us to smile, even in a moment of sorrow.
I don't know about that.
It's rumored that in the depths of the grove,
he gave everything to
scholar
further the
left
flame chase.
teaching Ingenium,
Even though
imitating
he, like,
himself to the
in a lot of ways
utmost
didn't agree
detail.
with it. But
Go back. The living have not exhausted their thoughts. Go back. The dead have no desire to teach their works.
The
Well, that's not necessarily
Ingenium's
true.
words are cold and detached, like the deceased man himself.
But if you have no one to talk to, fine. You can sit and converse.
Now, the grove is no longer bustling, and the scholar has returned to dust. Thus, few in this world now know how he was also troubled by solitude in life. Someone once suggested,
Perhaps your ambition should also find its place among your final wishes.
Pointless notion.
he dismissed in derision.
Unveiling the countenance of the gods is a task for the living.
Perhaps that is his haughty position. Such a melancholy topic, yet he insists on feigning a twist, avoiding it altogether. Perhaps these chapters should not be retained. Most are from the scholar's handwritten draft, shown without his permission.
yeah, fuck him.
Yet there seems to be a voice there in remonstration.
It's just the past. What harm is there in revelation?
Even in passing, his hubris still resounds in reverberation.
Such a pompous dickhead, I love it.
The smaller a thing is, the more it shows its weight. The more foolish my name is, the more glory
that's
my
fair.
achievements will be in comparison.
The bigger the gap between what things seem and what they are, or reputation and results, the more impressive it is. I love Anaxa. I do think my ranking of the crisis errors go Treeby. These two are probably on the same level, and then these two are probably on the same level to me. I really like Hyacinth. Not that that's news here, but like she stole my heart. Cypher, I don't dislike. Cypher is fine. I don't think she got as much development as the other Crisis, but her, like I said, in 3.3, her segment did just like blow me away and blow my mind. Like when it revealed what she did, the extending the world was like with enough believers, lies become reality. It's still one of the best reveals so far. Oh, we've so much Hyacinth, okay.
A good student.
God, I'm glad I didn't
who
do this
often did
that night.
Stupid things.
Was the assessment from the Lotophagist sage.
I thought this was going to be like a 30-minute video.
Excellent healer
We're even
who
halfway down.
fails at all scholarly means.
Was the assessment from the Noticed sage.
A shining child who also burns away her own life's rays.
Was the assessment from the Erythrocaramist sage.
A fool who was always wreathed in smiles, while drowning in a weighty and pitiful dream.
Was the assessment from the Neusporist sage. The girl had visited all the schools during her time studying in the Grove. She refused to become a scholar, despite her exemplary grades.
Instead of increasing this world's knowledge, I prefer to reduce its pain.
There's enough
While
people
the sages
working
faced
on
her
the
words
knowledge.
in silence. The new sporist sage alone decided to hire her as assistant post-haste.
Yeah, he would though, because like
An
that's
apprentice who spends wisdom is more precious than scholars who hide knowledge away.
Yeah, he would respect it because she's like working
The
on
faded
moving forward on
twilight
something
courtyard,
rather than like
long
pretending
eroded by time,
to
now
while
shelters
dealing
the
on
girl,
sophistry.
the sole heir of her lineage.
An ex always preferred
Loneliness
practicality.
accompanied her days, till the sage of the Caprists visited her and brought her a chromatic pony with a grin.
The fat fuck.
It may be the Eye of Twilight's creation in times gone by, for it shines with the sky's rainbow hues within.
Could it be the warlike winged beast of her father's tales? But the sleepy and dreary-eyed pony before her was soft as freshest plucked cotton. The girl still took this gift, for from the little creature she smelled the scent of clouds.
I love Little Ika. I'm still not over one of the loop ending with only Little Ika standing beside Pinon.
Accusations.
The new sporism sage says in admission. The scholars coming to deliver arguments and reproach often stopped before the door, not coming to fruition. For the girl before the door soothed their blazing anger like the soft clouds, gentleness in accumulation.
Do you know what sacrileges he has committed?
And?
The girl muddles her answers, yet her heart knows in full admission.
Like you and me, he too wishes to heal all of this world's afflictions.
The girl treated ailments for many years in the grove, composing her medical treatises into tomes. When scholars seek medical help, she realizes with a startle that kindness too can grow into its own bloom.
So it was obvious from her role in the story, and especially before 3.3, and all the stuff we'd seen her do, all the side quests we'd seen her do, all her interactions with Dan Heng, that she was an incredible doctor and healer. I really like this, though, because this is showing, like, how deep into it she went, and that she wasn't just, like, using special magic to heal. It was, no, she did significant research, she planned out everything. I would imagine she, like, created a bunch of new techniques and ways of healing people. Like, she earned her place as a member of the Grove and as a Naxx's assistant. She wasn't just, like, a magic healer. She's a real-ass doctor that I think also used some level of magic to heal, but that's just the universe that we're in.
By that time, the twilight already lost their eyes, and the world drowns in evernight, while the girl and the healer again traverse the world in gloom. Seeing the golden thread and ivy in the night, though it has been long since she recalled her past, she once again thinks of her childhood dream.
Should the sun be dimmed by destiny's decree, then the dawn that heals the world, I shall replace.
So she always planned to be Akela's demigod. I do think that's interesting in contrast to, like, she didn't really believe in herself until, I forget who it was that said it to her. One of the, I want to say it was Cypher, but I might be wrong on that, told her, like, if Aglaya didn't believe in you, she would have found somebody else. Because she wasn't fucking around.
On that day, the dawn promised by the Sky Father shattered in haste as the black tide surged, breaking through the walls with relentless grace. In a quaint yet exquisite courtyard Two bitter foes meet at journey's end, their fates entwined in fate's regard. With no escape, no road behind, they trade a weary smile in kind. Together they gaze at the heavens of fire.
If I can ever see the faint light again and stay alive.
Then, Outlander Nemesis, you I will forgive.
Not long ago, as the romantic demigod closed her eyes, the girl bottled her tears in sorrow and once more opened the dim-lit garden wide. Two figures step into the courtyard's gate. A general of Krymnos, her body torn, by vengeance bound, by fury swayed. A noble of the holy city, once wrapped in gold, now haunted by a fate betrayed. A simple injury, or so the girl believed, yet the two women met with scorn, their words like blades. Because their children fled in love's embrace, while bloodied pasts left scars in place. A feud unbroken by countless years, a chasm carved by blood and spears. This was a sickness beyond the girl's touch.
Just do your duty as a healer, girl.
Okay.
Family feuds are like sunlight and storm clouds.
Yes, they can.
They cannot mend.
You just refuse to let them.
At last, the girl saw it clear. The courtyard's birth, in days of yore, was born to mend the rift of dusk and dawn.
Then I will make every effort to have you cast aside your difference in this faint light.
Before long, the general's wounds were healed, and the noble's worries gently repealed. Yet when their gazes met once more, the loathing within remained unswayed. The girl then spoke the tale of her skykin, of a grandmother's sacrifice, a father's flight from within.
Yeah, but
of ancestors
I
who
mean, a lot of this
descended,
wasn't true.
leaving their feud
I guess it doesn't.
behind.
I guess it doesn't actually matter, because in the end,
Their
like the
hands
results don't
in
matter.
hers, she held them tight, yet flames of hatred burned too bright. She did not waver or despair. She just smiled and gazed upon the sky.
I will use my own fate to prove to you.
The courtyard, once bright, lay steeped in night. Hanging blossoms and wind chimes all swallowed by the black tide. The general raised her spear for the noble's sake, while the noble whispered prayers for the general, gentle as a lake.
If I can ever see the faint light again and stay alive.
Then, Outlander Nemesis, you I will forgive.
The death they
He made the
awaited
Yuri
never
real.
came. Instead, a cascade of colors fell from the heavens, simply there, protecting them both.
Hyacinth,
The sky
arbiter
still
of the
burned,
Yuri.
dark and low, yet her words lingered, a gentle ember refusing to fade.
I will use my own fate to prove to you. Day and night can be mended, and so can hatred be undone.
Yeah, you just have to let it go. Like, people get so hung up on, like, history and tradition, but it's like, but if it always is that it'll never change, you have to break the cycle eventually. Or things will never change and just get worse.
Sky Castrum, its ruins like a blind and weary eye, gazes upon the earth in its dying sight. Alone, the girl remained upon the battlefield. No time to shy from the searing gold, no will to wear her usual smile. She fought her way to destiny's edge. Of the crumbled mural, but one piece endured. A corner betraying the day thunder night, dazzling in blaze. She placed her hand upon the mural, pain seared through skin and bone, as the picture claimed her within its lines.
Nothing is mightier than the sky. It holds countless wonders within its clouds, and each opening and closing of the eyes brings dawn and dusk.
In that painted world, the girl Celiosi's eyes glowed, watching her father, steel-clad and unyielding, cross the land beneath the searing sun. But the girl known as Hyacinth recalled her father's fragile light in the dark, the journeys into lands unknown, marked by endless sunlit days and restless winds.
The sky is the gentlest of all. It watches over all things with compassion, showering them with soft rain and morning light.
And yet, the sky remains so cold. It witnesses believers tear each other apart. And still, it cowardly flees from all responsibility.
Within the frame of that image, the one called Celiosi bore fury in her gaze, her golden blood trailing as she turned from home, sharpening arrowheads beneath the wide and barren sky. Hyacinth remembered her grandmother's song. She recalled her prayer to Aquila before her grandmother's journey, and how bitterness followed her to an unknown land.
But the sky is so lonely too. Forever distant from the world beneath. It watches every sorrow, unable to intervene.
I feel like these were recorded way after
It must scorch
the actual like 3.3 lines and her battle dialogue, because this is not how, these are not the inflections and the pitch that she normally uses for Hyacinth.
Within the mural, the girl named Celiosi became the divine eye, gazing down without mercy, a titan passing judgment upon her own kind. But in memories deep, Hyacinth heard their call, the golden threads that shielded all, the burning sun, vast and unyielding, carrying the weight of all the world had known.
No, the sky must not forsake kindness. Through its boundless embrace, it carries the core flame of hope for humanity.
That was back to what she usually uses.
The sky, it's so dark, so cold.
In the depths of memory, the girl named Celiosi pulls her knees to her chest and
I think it's really interesting that it's pretty consistently been the left page is Celiosi, the right page is
a gentle
Hyacinth.
ray of light seeped through the celestial mural, now fused anew. Once more, the land knows favor.
So she, when she took on the core flame, she fused into the mural?
Girl who has now become the sky takes
I guess
the hand of the girl.
It did kind of seem like Celiosi was in the mural too, so I guess that's not
the sky's greatness.
that weird.
Whenever the anguished earth looks to it, it always offers a smile in return.
I miss you, Hyacinth. I love you so much. Oh, I love the flame chaser.
If every single scar equals a coin, then the girl always pursued would be worth her weight in gold. Deception, theft, and night heists. But her nerves failed her when it mattered most. The girl clutches meager loot to her chest and escapes, muttering curses, bearing her pain.
We're head on. I definitely win next time.
She always longs for the coin of Whimsy's blessing and creed. Yet the coin in the air always suddenly disappears, as if in reply from the trickery titan. Day and night flow, and the thief star makes circles across the sky, while time molds the girl into an adult.
I do think it's interesting.
The cloak
I don't know if it's
used to
only Zagreus that could have done
conceal her
it,
entire body, now
but
only
she did
suffices
prove
as a
basically
hood
that you didn't
barely
have to.
covers her fringe.
The Titan didn't have to die to pass on their
No matter.
power.
These days, I have no need to hide.
With a confident stride and a silver tongue, her perfected fraud thieving every opportunity as a result. And at curtain fall hour, those treasure-seeking steps fade into the moonlight. When she appears again, her arms are laden with money's weight. What is the art of thieving?
Stealing from the poor. Not enough loot. Stealing from the rich. That's a boring task to boot.
The girl narrows her eyes of greed towards those called the Chrysos heirs. The golden vines of the sages' homes, the sacred carcass of the Deathward realm, the divine lyre of the seashore's pearl, and the crystal chalice of the thousand gates. The girl knows not the treasure's origins, only that they are all valuable beyond measure.
To have something priceless is the true art of thieving.
A pity the deceits are all eventually revealed, and the thief meets a rare defeat. A golden thread discerns her meticulous disguise, and the heroes hold down her third hand to imprison in this thief star made of human feet.
I take defeat with my head held high.
The fact that
Spare
she
me your
had to
sympathy.
She frankly
go
faces
away
the
from
accusations,
Aglaya
knowing that escaping would be
so
nothing
that
more
Aglaya
than
wouldn't
child's
discover
play.
the truth and
So
undo
the
everything was
Chrysos
still
heir
just
outside
deeply
the
tragic.
cage smiles.
It's so sad.
Would you like to see my most precious? A treasure bride?
It is a dress, like the beauty god Nestia's divine body. More blinding than the sun, rivaling the moon in its glory.
It is woven by divine threads. It captivates even the gods. But all the lies and deceit are revealed under the golden thread's query.
The world-famous thief is stirred by such grand words into a flurry.
Then just you watch. This wondrous dress will forever remain in my own gallery.
Clever's pretty cool. I do think she's really interesting. Like I said, she's one that I don't care as much about, but her role is really interesting, and the things they've done with her are pretty great. I do hope when we bring everybody back, she gets used more. I think she deserves screen time more than like everybody else, in the sense that like Anaxa and her I think have the least amount overall. But Anaxa, I think, really delivered on it. And while her big moments are big moments, I think I'd just like to see more of her in a more, like, safe, not role, but, like, situation where she can talk to Aglaya, she can talk to all these people. She doesn't have to worry about running and hiding away to not undo her lie. Like, just casual, relaxed.
This is an age of ruin. The Chrysos War ignites once more, while Zagreus' taunts ripple through the city streets. This is also an age of splendor. 300 thieves spring forth from Dolos, each scheming to conceal the truth from prying eyes, robbing the rich to give succor to the poor.
A
Every one of them deceives gods and men alike, righteous and valiant.
The flame-chased journey has been cut short midway, yet the girl pounds her chest at the Gold Weaver, not afraid.
The core flame of trickery is near. If now isn't the time to risk it all, then when?
The prophecy reveals the Titan's trail. Golden
Just back when, like,
threads
Saridra
binds
had
the
just
fleeing
died.
God of thieves. The young girl flashed a grin and walked towards the god who was pretending to smile.
I once vowed to the god of thieves that I would force trickery to reap what they have sown.
The Titan whispered from the vortex, the god of trickery's earnest plea. They made a promise to the girl who entered the trial that the whole world would be bathed in light. No more lies and deceit.
Well, no, there was more lies and deceit, but that did end up happening.
The young girl recalled the hearth fire of her childhood.
Cyphera, only honesty is well liked.
She pursed her lips.
That does sound like quite the ideal society.
A world where no one could lie would probably be
Of course I
good, but
didn't
also
accept. How boring would a world without deception be?
without the ability to, like,
The young girl
do small
demonstrated
lies,
her
things would also be a
newly
little bit more
acquired
cruel.
divine power, molding lies into reality.
The defeated Titan is now not but a wandering soul.
But somewhere far away, a purple spirit thief opened bleary eyes. They had forgotten their previous life as a Titan and remembered only the girl's crafty message.
Go! Collect treasure, you greedy little grape. Once you regain the memories of trickery from chests, then I will claim the reward for saving your life.
It's called the
In
Titan
the
the
days
Great.
spent away from Akama, the girl grew accustomed to traveling alone. In a certain city, she heard of a spirit thief, rumors aplenty.
I, Bartolo's master thief, shall take all you labored to gain.
So saying, the spirit thief steals the girl's coin pouch and fled without a trace. But a gust of wind brushed past, and the girl had already caught them.
Running for it? Your life was saved by my trickery, you know.
The old god and the new finally reunite, the two rivals who, from that moment on, became thieves and companions.
I would like
both.
more. So this was a good delving
It's
into
just that the spirit
that.
thief's companion was always scaring them.
Hey, the fish in the River of Souls are starving, you know.
I would like a more detailed event of that. Like, I would like to see the story of it happening. I don't know if we'll get that, but it's possible since we're going back in time.
A thief reveals a few lies.
The first lie is called Fellow Thieves, come on and deceive gods with me.
The world has already forgotten that feast. Lies unnumbered that drowned the Day of Souls. Schemes uncounted, burning for a night of revelry. 300 thieves shackled in imprisonment in exchange for a Titan's resigned confinement.
To have managed to trick the Grand Master of all tricks.
I can die happy now.
This was Dolos's great achievement, the deception of the gods. where even Zagreus was fooled.
The second lie is called... The god of trickery is now not but a wandering soul.
Why did she spare the Titan's life? The young girl knew not.
Because she's one of the
asking herself,
kindest of the Crisis heirs.
was it greed for the
even though she
treasure
has to
they
hide
promised? Or had she vaguely perceived their lonely fate?
It's because you're every bit as despicable as I am. It's such a relief not having to deal with the noble.
The girl dismissed and made light of herself, only forgetting trickery was once a god that supported the world.
The third lie is called... Oh, eternal day! Endlessly illuminate the holy city.
At Dawncloud, the chaplain's secrets foretold the coming of that endless night.
What if my lies are more... sophisticated? Can the dawn last forever? No end in sight?
Bearing the fate of the thief star, the girl was long used to walking in shadow. But as she gazed towards the holy city's dawn, her duty became fixed in her heart.
Knew what she had to do, and she stuck to it.
Might.
The fourth lie is called... There's no reason! I just don't want to see you again!
The emotion in that
girl
first part of the
tried to
line.
mask her nonchalance, but could never fool the golden thread's questions. But it is the false-hearted malice that most powerfully forces belief. A true flame chase hero willingly faded from attention, while the wayfaring traveler grasps tight onto fleeting light. She used divine power to forge a mask and conceal the last of her true heart.
The fifth lie is called... No. There are...
But was that a lie?
No more... lies... left.
The whimsical coin fell to the ground, telling the tale of fate fulfilled. Travels unwitnessed, ruses unknown, to whom may these now be told?
Lies are always but lies. But you can make them more beautiful than the truth.
Under the somber sky, golden blood soaked the thief's cloak. Like a golden thread tailored just for her.
I take it back, I think I like Cypher a lot.
That she never stole.
Well, right, okay. She thought she stole it, but no, Aggie was always intending it for it to be hers. Alright, fine, how many do you got? Okay, we are doing all 5 of you two.
Final? Perhaps you're more suited to being a teacher's assistant.
There were once those who misunderstood his alias. Final, an eventuality for students, a test for knowledge gained. It may bring wisdom to light and illuminate efforts, but the word's more common meaning is nothing less than the end.
That's quite ominous.
The man pretended to be surprised and responded with a smile.
Though it does dovetail with our destiny.
Laughter resounds. The man walks the land, leaving footprints filled with joy. despite the weight of the past, he can always laugh it away. Those nearby glance at each other, unsure of how to respond.
Perhaps I was just born easygoing.
His explanation is just as carefree.
Look at Mighty and Professor Anaxa. Boys all grow up into serious adults. But as long as I keep smiling, Akuma will always have an upbeat, shining young man.
Though, having
He's a
said
good
that,
boy.
he too has quiet moments. Each time he gazed long toward the coming dawn, a
33
smile remained
billion
fixed on his
years.
lips, paying no mind to anything else. His eyes were painted with the azure of the sky, gaze fixed on the titan bearing the world.
I was just imagining.
He explained his own trance in a comment.
Kefali too was once in mortal flesh and raiment.
Now, when the man comes with sword in hand, there is no need to doubt he will swiftly win victory. But his smile is pure. Ever since the start of the journey, he is still called a youth in this story. Youth is always ambitious, with lofty goals, but it seems that in the man's heart, only the wishes of others are held.
He's such a good
Apart
boy.
from the ideal of deliverance, what do you have left?
The golden-haired friend once asked him so. He remained silent. Then, as he was wont to do, he simply smiled.
As long as I don't ask for too much, everything will unfold as desired.
Fine on. You should want for more for yourself. You deserve it.
Amphorius, untitled statues are a prevalent sight. As for the inspiration behind these statues, they are said to be the clay figures that Kefali made at the world's creation. They made clay figures in their likeness, bestowed upon them the breath of life, and allowed the golden divinity of their blood to course through. Thus, the very first mortals roamed the earth, receiving the gods' mercy while realizing the sorrows of this world. But that sorrow was, in the end, only the sorrow of the world. Nobody ever cared what lay behind the smile, what the clay figure thought.
I don't fully get what they're getting at there, I'll be honest.
The people likened him to the blazing sun, bringing to Amphorius a glorious dawn. And for his part, he embraced their expectations, being willing to become the perfect vessel. Like that god who shouldered the world, the man never cried or frowned.
He sure did keep up the smile, like,
Yet
to the
he is
end.
not proud of his resolve. For sometimes,
Yeah, he's too
he
kind of a
even
person.
avoids the funerals of the departed.
He's trying not to
Only
show his
out of
grief.
fear that he cannot cry for those in pain.
Oh, he thinks he literally can't do it.
He once sought out emotions of sorrow and walked with the lowliest of people.
Henceforth, your misfortune shall be my misfortune.
Responsibly and diligently, he protected all for the people. Living in dilapidated cottages, sitting on aged stools, subsisting on
No
nuts
wonder
and
everyone
fruit,
loves him.
beset by hunger and cold. The people thanked him for his grace, like a hearth warming winter nights. The man's presence dispelled the cold, leaving warmth with promises of morrow. Whence does his warmth come from? None ask. The man gradually perceives his true nature.
That's where it comes from.
He dares not speak. Unable to bear the turmoil in his heart, the man set off on a journey once more.
Then I shall go save what I can.
He was a formidable warrior, invincible in battle, and when it was necessary to sacrifice for fellows, he could do so with ease.
Oh, to sacrifice himself for fellows.
Without a show.
I thought it was saying, like, he's sacrificing himself.
Blown on the breeze says, losses are a constant on the flame-chased journey. Indeed, sacrifices were not hard for him, yet his misgivings grew with every tomorrow. Like a tear that cannot be shed, such a resolute willingness to let go comes only from the fact that in decisions, he is utterly unafraid to hurt himself.
Please love yourself a little bit, Finon.
It is because you suffer that you are so much stronger than any ordinary person.
There were also those who could understand him. Among them, the Crown Prince. But he smiled wryly in response. Perhaps everything was just human nature. Yet his misgivings never dissipated. This unknown man in an unknown corner, from time to time, is swallowed by terror.
Could it be that, unknowingly, path I walk is by no means the correct one?
Fearing only that the greater the burden, the more the mistakes. The road trod by heroes need not be that beset by thorns. Finally, at the terminus of that road, in a desolate, empty place, the man's arms tremble. The power is beyond control, savaging all around it. This is the end of his road. But perhaps he had long foreseen it, but was doomed to be powerless to change it.
I am willing to shoulder this world. That is no lie.
And yet you wanted to be Strife for a little
before
bit.
the tears could flow, they were vaporized by the heat. His light blazed brighter than the sun, but beneath it, there was but cold destruction. The nameless hero, Kaslana. He had never loved himself. Why would he love this world?
Because he never loved himself that he loves this world.
A gust of wind will one day sweep past, wiping away all of the man's tracks. Nearly every footprint was stamped full of the fury that filled him. That humble youth faded away with the flames into yesterday. The first ray of light to pierce the long night was brought by the burning man, but the body that bore the weight of the world was forged by the fires of wrath. Rage is a crafty emotion. It changes its face, concealing itself within the man's life. His friend fought blood-soaked battles so their people would need fight no longer. But every victory and battle he gained
Really interesting how
left
much
him neither
Mighty
satisfied
is getting
nor
the
proud,
spotlight in Final
only
Second.
with the indifference of emptiness.
You must be careful. Duty does not drive you to wield your blade, but hate.
his teacher
Yeah, okay, I
kindly
was gonna say, I think
reminded
that
him
was an
thus.
Axa.
And behind that hatred, you seem to desire the destruction of the self.
This goes further into my. I think he
But
is.
what about his joy?
If not already, will be a Lord Ravager,
disguise?
an emanator of
He who once
destruction to
laughed
destroy
amidst
destruction.
the crowd, day after day.
That
as
seemed to
though
be
it
where they were
second
going
nature.
with it, but I'm still not fully
Even
sure
though
if
he
that
knew
is
not
what
the
happened.
meaning of love, that happy past was not a lie someone wove. But now, even those memories have melted into fury. His hatred is such that he cannot hold on to what he cherishes, though all is precious to him. Fueled with lone courage, he attempted to resist fate, but the burning sun that shines upon all creatures once fallen will incinerate the land, becoming golden death. But what of his sorrow? Indeed, the man could shed no tears. But at the moment the cycle manifested, when all that was familiar was now remote, the world collapsed, becoming empty in an instant. But the stabbing pain in the man's heart, was it but the residual warmth of his wraths? The truth no longer important, the man simply took another step forward. He wasn't willing to believe it, but was willing to acknowledge it.
There is no need to question your heart. No need to crave victory. If I am born to be a vessel of sin, then I shall roar at evil, and together with it burn.
In the endless cycles, there were some moments when the man felt everything dissolve like a dream. In that dream, he would awaken again and become once more that boy who loved to laugh. But were he to open his eyes, the fury would cast a shadow. He saw the creators choke his throat, gurgling and gasping. And in that boundless dream, he mistook them for his own jest. But their true forms were violent hatred towards the creators, towards himself, a roaring inferno. The prophecy departed, Amphorius was unable to usher in the dawn. What rises in the distance is not the morning sun, but a ball of all-devouring fire, setting the universe in conflagration, searing till the end of time.
But he's set everything in motion. He's what's going to save the world in the end. Alrighty, now we're finally getting to the new characters. Okay, cool. We don't have that many of these.
The black tide that blotted out the
like I said,
skies
I thought this was gonna be like a half hour.
walls. The soldiers manning the walls, battered from battle. Melodious chords of music were suddenly heard. A single swordmaster had overcome the waves of enemies. The song flowed from betwixt the blades, breaking through formations as a dorsal fin cleaving the waves. When the last wicked beast finally fell, shattered into pieces amidst the sword's dance, the frost blade bore no trace of blood.
Why is it a frost blade if she's physical?
The legions of heroes under my command are as vast as the sea, yet lack a formidable sword banner.
The commander extended a hand, inviting the musician to join. Should a fish separated from its school glimpse a faint glow, it will swim toward the light. The swordmaster clasped the commander's hand, as though gently grasping the hilt of a keen blade.
Was the commander
When the
Saritra?
spray of her waves extinguished the fires of war from the holy city, a golden name was engraved upon the stone
No, I guess
pillars. The former commander burned the crown to become king.
High Sealands, brave in battle, triumphant in command.
Oh, maybe
I
it
grant
is.
you the title Dux Gladiorum. Let us all forge ahead together.
That might be Saritra.
During the banquet after the battle, the weaver tailored for her a splendid dress.
Okay, so that's Aglaia.
And the commander poured her honey brew.
Because we know Aglaia was alive back then.
Her golden-blooded comrades gathered about her, chanting her new name, urging her to play that splendid music. The candlelight danced and mingled
We do know
with
her
flowing
original name,
drink,
right?
swords and
I believe we were
song
told it at some
ringing
point.
out in unison.
Or maybe it was in the drip marketing.
Yet none knew that was once a lonely melody from the deep sea. The music of revelry continued for a long
Electro.
time.
Yeah, okay.
Until the whispers of conspiracies were buried in the songs. Until the roars of lethal struggle shattered the music. Legend holds that they who bear the weight of a pillar shall one day return to where it stands. Those who tug at the earth shall end amongst the mountains. Those who sow dawn and dusk shall remain eternal in the sky. And she would once again return to the pitch-black sea. And she would once again sing.
So I don't
her
know
music
how she or
alone.
Saritra died. I know that they
The
did.
bountiful ocean with the banquets of bygone
But I don't
days stir
know if they've
as
told us
futile
what happened.
bubbles at the bottom of a glass.
Obviously, that doesn't really matter anymore.
Many years later, the song once played by that swordmaster was played by future generations in the holy city. The people knew the demigod of the seas was still a noble captain. She possessed peerless swordsmanship and a song that is passed down through the ages. It was just that she had long since vanished. Guests at the banquet sometimes spoke of her, but it was only a prayer between their cups.
High Sealands, melody of the waves, bless our night that we may drink deep and dance till dawn.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting her. All right, Saritra, what about you? I want her, but
Who would win? A young girl emerging from her sheath and showing her edge, or a tyrant who has emerged victorious from 100 battles? The black and white legions squared off on the battlefield, golden and crimson blood converging into a coursing river.
The leader herself actually dares to step forth and face peril?
The tyrant charged toward the exposed gap in the king's flank, and instantly fell into a trap of raging flames and iron rain.
On the board, the king too is but a chess piece. If the king does not lead, how would any dare to follow?
She lifted the king of the crystal pieces high, as though proclaiming the ascension of a new king. Who would win? The holy city
moving
that
your
has
king
stood for
is
1,000
greatly
years,
important, but you
or the
shouldn't just do
foreign
it willy-nilly.
city-states invading from 1,000 miles away. Hollow hatred ignited the flames of war. The besieged walls of dawn tottered.
Only a miracle can save us now.
The cowardly elders barred themselves behind closed doors, while the trembling citizenry knelt and prayed.
There is no need to panic. The miracle is already here.
It's me!
Under the banners dancing like waves, the burning crown shone bright as the wheeling constellations.
Yeah, so the burning crown was her banner.
Who would win? The general who saved the city, or the high and mighty with their privileged authority? The guillotine fell, severing the elder's life. The whispers dissipated, and the scales of victory tipped.
From this day forth, I shall bring justice to the holy city.
The people cried out her name and
I'm
knelt
interested
in
to see
reverence,
what made
but were
Akuma
stopped by
holy.
the sound of the scepter of authority
Or if that was just like a
striking the
declaration.
ground.
Do not lower your heads beneath my crown.
This was the first and also the only Imperator. Who would win? The heroes bursting with ambition, or the omnipotent gods?
The Imperator issued the decree! The start of the Flame Chase journey is at hand!
Perhaps drawn
I know
by
what
the
that voice is
grand
going for,
design
but I don't
to
think I'll end
welcome the Era Nova, or perhaps convinced by that king's great renown. Righteous warriors from across the land gathered before the Imperator's throne. On the day the journey began, the sky was an expanse of fluttering banners. The people gazed upon the overwhelming military alliance, a golden city reflected in their eyes. As for the end of that chess game, the scholars debate endlessly, but such discussions always end with a sigh. The invincible Imperator faded at the pinnacle of power, the crown's flames extinguished.
Okay, so their
in the
deaths
lake.
definitely were
The
intertwined.
banner once revered by the people, along with the broken spears of the heroes. Now,
So I assume one of the first things we're going to do is avert this.
the people said,
Even the sovereign that conquers all before her is no match for fate.
Yet she said,
In a war with fate, has there ever been any justice?
I'm excited to meet both of them. Alrighty, let's do Don Hung first.
the ancient chaos was
I don't have a whole
shrouded
lot to
in
say about them yet
silence
because
and
I don't
shadow.
know anything about them.
The giant dragon's offspring was born from the earth.
Those are the
Sweet
drums.
dreams had smothered the giant dragon's eyes and ears.
Okay,
and
so
as
that's
they slept,
Don
the
Hung.
100 eyes of
Right?
Aquila had already opened, and
Maybe.
Fagusa had begun to stir the playful waves. Yet Giorios remained
Maybe that is
weighty
just
and
no choice.
silent. Layer upon layer of peaks enveloped the dragon, cradling them in a bed more grand than any in existence. The giant dragons spent their childhood in darkness. From the moment their bleary eyes blinked open from haze of slumber, they hungered to feast on crude iron and drink deep of molten lava. Until one day, they raised their head and with a low, guttural voice, pleaded to glimpse light. The
lava would be
Titan
light.
lifted them up by their ribs, slowly raising them. The dragon's spine sliced through the strata of rock,
No, okay,
cutting
maybe-
open the soil.
Maybe this is talking about Don Hung.
When they reached the surface, they summoned mist woven of the fire of the stars. as though seeing themselves clearly and in full through the eyes of a giant bird. The giant dragon walked the earth alone. The Titan knew they were lonely and terrified too, and so sculpted new beasts from flesh and bone. In that wild, barren world, the giant dragon led the beasts of the earth. Excessively long life gifted the giant dragon with eyes that could pierce the veil of years. They witnessed the separation of day and night, as well as the entanglement of reason and romance. And even Kefali did not neglect to share with them a chalice.
This sounds a little bit more like they're talking
blood.
about Terravox,
The
the one
ocean
from
teased,
the
saying,
previous loop.
even
but...
should the earth sink utterly.
No, never mind. That would have to be this one. So this is Don Hung.
Ever since they opened their eyes,
Right, it was
the giant
here
dragon
that
rarely returned to slumber.
the Titans wanted to kiss.
And thusly, that mesmerizing dream that occasionally burst forth at night etched a trace on their memory. The gods they were familiar with were in this dream, and they were as immense and imposing as ever, yet had lost their freedom.
I mean, it's also true of the Eons.
Just what manner of magnificent Pathstrider could imprison the Titans as mere reflections? The giant dragon dreamed also of their own path, that great
Did
breath
Don Hung
from
get
the
caught in the
heavens,
loop?
or perhaps
I thought
from
he
beyond
left
even
Amphorus.
the heavens. They dreamed of silver shards amongst the
That's a fucking
stars,
Ouroboros.
reflecting the form of another giant dragon.
That's a fucking Ouroboros.
That great cerulean
Oh, is the
dragon
veracity going to be
approached
involved?
Amphorus, the distant whispers roiling, becoming a roar engraved in the earth. They recognized the meaning
Okay,
in
that was long.
low roar. Its name, Permanence.
I'm excited to see where this ends up, what they end up doing with Don Hung for this. All right, March. When I called your mother, oh no, she's calling Kafka on
The
me.
Temple of the Three Fates gently opened on the day of prayer, and the crowd crouched, whispering like the tide. The priests of Janus listened to the prophecies. The unwavering axis
so this
of the
is about
scales of
Ornyx.
Talantin maintains balance, and only Ornyx remains silent.
Mother, teach me how to answer prayers.
The Titan
Okay, so
tasked
right, because
with time
Ornyx was
is
talking
as
about
perplexed
their mother.
as a child.
Don't be scared.
Okay, that's March.
Please don't be afraid.
A familiar voice rings out.
Listen carefully. The future they want is in the past.
Like the first light of the morning star.
Really? In the past?
The child sank into a
So why is
peaceful
March tied
slumber
into
of
Ornyx
recollection,
now, though?
whispering revelations in their sleep. Until the masses crying out amidst the flames of war were swept away by the sounds of sharp swords locking, the fires of ambition incinerating the law.
So this, I guess, is when Ceridra died?
Mother, usurper, assassinate the divine.
Oh, no. This was when they killed
Memories are
Talantin.
tightly entangled by nightmares with nowhere to run.
Don't be scared. Please don't be afraid.
Now it's
An
unfamiliar.
unfamiliar voice rings out.
Go to sleep. The ending they want is yet to be born.
like the warm glow of the setting sun.
Really? Not here yet?
The child continues to sleep, waiting for the next waking dream. And when they opened their eyes, 2 of the 3 fates who once received offerings had already faded from the pages of history.
Mother! I'm already all alone.
The child let out a helpless cry.
Don't be scared. Please don't
Okay,
be
now it's
afraid.
familiar again.
A familiar voice rings out in the mirror.
Just wait. The stars that illuminate the night will visit in the end.
Like gentle moonlight. The gates of the Temple of the 3 Fates now closed tight. People no longer pray to a titan who cannot touch the world. Within the inescapable dreamscape, the flower stems nourished by the black tide serve as a swaddling embrace, drowning the young child's soul.
Mother, help me leave this place.
But this time, they didn't receive a response. Only long years
March
of
the
yearning
mother they've been calling for, or is
like
that
the
just like in this
silence
time?
of the Evernight.
Huh.
Days and nights passed, the years turned. Dust covers the glory of the past. The priests have forgotten this titan.
I mean, I definitely didn't forget.
Waiting. Hate waiting.
They watched over the slumbering sprite, gazing at the dull mirror. But a fleeting mirage flickers in the mirror. The shining stars and the lights of the
mirror
home,
is what brings us to the Forgotten
and a
Hall.
strange yet familiar voice.
Wake up! Our familiar old friends have already arrived.
Like the newborn dawn.
Huh. I do not understand where this story is going. And I need to. Oh, I'm really excited for next patch. Okay, is Mem gonna talk to us? The book is dedicated to who? No, okay. Alright. Yeah, I should have done this a while ago, but I'm not upset that I did now. These sections are really great. I'm glad I recorded this. I'm so excited to see... I think I'm most excited to see what March's plot ends up being. But no, Amphorius has been consistently really, really good. And I can't wait to see where it goes. This patch is gonna be great. But, that's it for now. I will see you very shortly in Star Rail once again. But for now, I will see you all again in the future. Bye-bye now.